Hello boys and girls, welcome to another session of Dwarf Fortress Abbeydent. In this session we would like to finally finish the magma trap. It needs one more bridge here to... Hello Ferko, welcome. It needs one more bridge to prevent any magma leaking inside the fortress. Hello Kay. You guys must have been waiting for the stream, right? Change the symbol. Magma leakage. I'm looking for the tilde symbol. Ah, here it is. Okay. Maybe I should name it differently. Access to drain. Something like this. It has a fortification symbol. So what else needs to be done before we can finally lift the population limit? Okay, says I have a question. If I have fort that includes a place where dwarves can meet and sleep, okay, and I had alcohol and food for days, if I let the game progress without doing anything besides having shortages of food and alcohol, what would happen to the game? Yeah, I have had that once. I also only ran into some sort of lack of food, lack of drinks problem, and I just let it run. And it was a long way ago. It was somewhere in the version 31 point something. I don't know whether it still applies today. But I think I saw dwarves deciding to use the still themselves. It was as if they went out to gather fruits, gather fruits, and they just started making drink of them. They tried to lick rainwater off the floors and the ground, and they looked for sources of water which were not designated as water source zones. I had no water source zones, but there were ponds, and dwarves plagued by thirst went out and went to the pool and drank the pool water, which was muddy, of course. So they were very unhappy about that. But they were sort of saving their lives as long as they could. It didn't prevent all dwarves from dying, but I think they did pretty well without such an overseer. And just test it, make a test embark and unpause, see what they do. Is time valuable in the game? Is the game gets harder when the game progresses? Yes, Kay, that's always what I felt when playing Dwarf Fortress, that time is of the essence. I always force myself to use my time as much as I can and to have a lowest possible number of idlers. Everyone should be doing something at each time, because unless you have something like I have now, a population cap and population limit where you can't surpass a certain limit to get sieges. You usually get sieges in the first, second, or in the second, maybe third year, once you reach population of 80. And these sieges will be stronger and will become stronger and stronger as your riches grow. So you have a limited amount of time to get your defenses up and running, to have some makeshift military and be able to defend yourself against small sieges. Obviously they will not raid your 80-man fortress, which has just started with a 150 or 200 invader siege with elite forces, but they will get to you very soon, and the more you manage to prepare yourself, the better. So, and I like that, to be prepared. Some people don't care. Some people turtle up, don't accept any caravans or sieges, and once they are prepared, they open the fortress and do stuff, or they do it like I do, that I have a population cap, and that's it. No one is allowed to join the fortress to avoid sieges, or they disable sieges altogether. They don't set a population cap, they just disable sieges. You can disable them in the ini files and then enable them later. You can disable invaders, just as you can disable aquifers. But I think it takes a lot of the fun of the game, but it's good for experimental embarks. And I once played a fort where I did not have any alcohol, and my dwarves drank only water from the well. They've had some unpleasant thoughts because they haven't had a booze in a long time, but they lived with it. The unpleasant thought of not having alcohol was mitigated and outweighed by the many pleasant thoughts they had, and they lived fine with it. So without having barrels for alcohol or anything, I just just had a well. It was back then when in the game there were no rock pots yet. Rock pots were introduced sometime later. So the only way for you to have drinks was to have wood and barrels. Yeah, Feko says, of course we weren't waiting, but expecting the YouTube notification. Those enemies raid my fort. I didn't do anything. You probably have traded some amount of richness. I don't know what the dwarf bugs limit is set to become first ambushes or thieves. But I've read that the siege limit is 80 dwarves, no matter the richness or the wealth. And somewhere a long time ago, I don't know whether it still applies, was a wealth limit of 50,000 bucks, which you reach pretty early. 50,000 can be reached in half a year, first year, if you do it right. All right, so let's take a look what else needs to be done. So we are building this bridge down there. We do have this bridge linked. Oh, we need to seal. So I have written some notes yesterday. Seal the magma tank was the most important note. Seal the magma tank means building a gabbro wall here. So let's double check that all my bridges are linked. So this one is linked, these two aren't. So these two will still be being linked, and I have to take the call. I'll be right back. All right. Yeah, so we will be linking some triggers here. So view job, gabbro mechanisms. He's linking the pressure plate to the mechanisms. I see. Okay, so let's follow him. Of course, the pressure plates needs to be linked to these. A migrant arrived. Really? I thought we had reached the population cap, but we were one short, as it seems. Good morning, Radsock. Nice to see you. Okay. What am I looking for? Yes, I remembered that our temples do not have any chests where they would store instruments, so let's fix that. We should have some green glass chest, green glass boxes, that is it. And we need to make more. Green glass box, table, throne, cabinet. Also construct some hatch covers. Okay, so we were about to follow the dwarf who is linking it, but I will instead follow now the gem setter. Okay, let's see, link building to a trigger. They are linking the pressure plate. They are linking the second bridge. And this should be the third bridge to this pressure plate. So this pressure plate is linked to 2 bridges. This is linked already to 3 bridges. This is linked, this is linked, this is linked. This is linked to 2, this is linked to 2, this is linked to 1, so there should be at least one more link. Yep. And I believe I'd expect our small bridge at the drain already be built. Let's take a look at it. Looks like the mason is just leaving the building site. The bridge has been constructed. So let's link it. Link up a bridge. Gabbro bridge with Gabbro mechanisms. Excellent. So here we can see 4 mechanisms. One mechanism is the mechanism which this building is built of. We will need one mechanism to build the pressure plate, and then you see 1, 2, 3 mechanisms because it's linked to 3 bridges. The same with the other pressure plates. So these pressure plates seem to be linked to each of these bridges. This is made of rutile blocks, and then it's linked with 2 mechanisms. Each mechanism is for 1 pressure plate. This one, this one, this one. Obviously this bridge is made of more rutile blocks because it's 8 tiles long, whereas the other ones are 7. So now that we have this, we can seal this off by building a wall here made of gabbro. Okay, so why I asked you, because I'm a newbie, and I was wondering if I let the game without pausing, just fishing and planting and hunting and hatching eggs, what happens in the longer run? Okay. If you only you had the opposite of what I answered to. I thought you would run the game and not producing any food or any drink. But you were saying what would happen if you run the game and dwarves would be fishing, hunting, doing food stuff. I don't know. A caravan would come. Probably they would just bypass your site if you would never ever build a trader's depot. If you would have built a trader's depot, they would land on it if they had access, or without access they would also bypass or just go without wagons. They would stay there waiting for you to trade for a while. Could be that they become angry if you don't trade with them and start a war, or that they start to ignore you, so caravans will just cease to come. The life would go on, I guess. Eventually, if you have male and female dwarves in your embark, I think it's quite likely that some love relationships would form and children would be born and grow, and you would just naturally grow population. Migrants would of course come. Migrants would come. I think the first 2 migrant waves are programmed. No matter what you do, you always get first 2 migrant waves. Or was it first 2 caravans? I don't remember really. But I think some migrant waves are forced by the game mechanics. The other migrant waves depend on world scenario circumstances, I think. Well, you would get migrants. Just try it. I don't know. Try it and see. I think werebeasts will come no matter what. Or some mega beasts attack sooner or later, or some dangerous wildlife if you are in a dangerous environment. So that could affect your fortress and dwarves, that they would contract rare diseases or vampire attacks. You could have vampire attacks, which would turn your dwarves into vampires. But if you protect your dwarves from all this, yeah, I think they would just naturally grow. Okay. I've never really tried that. Human merchant became enraged. Why did he become enraged? Did we already trade? Hey, sorry. They'll become enraged because probably we've been ignoring them for a long time. It is quite natural, okay, that enemies come. That's so I guess before you can really see the population grow, enemies will get you and turn into werbeasts or wipe out your fortress. I hope I did not just offered it to the leader. Okay, but I think it seems happy with the trading. Otherwise, he would say, "I'll see to it that our leader gets it." K says, so enemies get triggered by time passes, not the population. It could be. Could also depend on the game it could vary. It could also vary. That at a random time in a season following the season where your population reached a certain limit, you know, there's a lot of randomness in this. So he was supposed to link the building, but I think he chose to go to a combat training instead. So this thing is still not linked. I think we can stop making quick climb right now. Hey, they are actually storing some instruments. Don't I have any microcline blocks? I do. Just don't see them. What? A microcline thrown here? No. Okay, so the last two questions you mentioned about Waterway Bay, something like that. Who will visit you no matter what? Werebear. I was probably talking about a werebear. Werebear. That's a bear. Or that's a human or humanoid who turns to a bear when it's full moon. When it's full moon. We have were moose, where the humanoids, our dwarves, turn into moose. We had were iguana, where they turn into iguana. All sorts of were beasts. Can be anything. The best I read was a were mammoth. A guy in playing Dwarf Fortress had were mammoths, and it was even more fun because these were mammoths were sneaky. You could not really see them. They attacked you while they were hidden. So there was ninja were mammoths. Just were biting the dwarves' heads off without being discovered. I don't know whether it was a modded game or vanilla. So we do have all these bridges linked now, so we should be able to lift them, to raise them. Is there an item that you can get or make in the game only by trading, such as decoration or something valuable? Yes, there is. I think it's where no, I can't tell. I can't tell whether there are any items you can only get by trading, but there are some items which have no use in the game. Only their single use in the game is trade, and that's currently the valley herb. Valley herbs are rare plants which grow in certain areas on certain embarks. You need a vial to extract something from these plants, and the only thing you can do with it is trade it. So valley herb. I've never had an embark with valley herbs. I'll link it here. Yeah, and then there are Myrmeleon daggers and whips. You can melt them. You can't really craft them. You will find them because your enemies have them. You can trade them. Yes, but it's not the sole purpose. Usually kobold thieves bring with them large daggers. If you kill the kobold, you will get a large dagger by other means than trade. So there are no explicit trade goods which are unobtainable in any other way. But there are many things which you can trade and do nothing with. I always ended up, when I was trading a lot of food, I ended up buying barrels of blood of certain animals, but there is no use for blood in barrels. I had lots of barrels then in the fortress which were filled with blood, and I couldn't do anything with them. Except I could, of course, maybe dump the blood somewhere and use it for fun purposes. I don't know what to do with blood. Blood is also such a thing, dealing with blood, obtaining blood. Injuring creatures. Barrels full of blood can be brought with a dwarven expedition upon embark and bought from a dwarven and human civilization during trading. Barrels of blood possess no use beyond being trade goods. Okay, so barrels of blood possess no use. Buying them, making buying them as redundant at best and a waste of dwarf bucks at worst. Player-controlled dwarves are not able to create blood barrels. Selecting blood inside a barrel for dumping does not empty the barrel. Okay, I thought it would. Using the workaround for dumping liquids from lye buckets works. View the contents of barrel, select the blood and forbid or dump it. Alternatively, forbid dump the blood from the stocks. Then order the barrel to be brought for trading at the depot. Okay. As with all the other contaminants, blood created from injured creatures can't be used for anything beyond morbid decoration, with the exception of smeared blood of a vampire. Drinking vampiric blood will turn the person into a vampire themselves. Yes, players did that. They caught a vampire, they injured the vampire, and made sure that the vampire bleeds into a water tank. So the tank then contains contaminated water contaminated with vampire blood. And then they had a drink shortage, so that dwarves had no alcohol to drink, so they were forced to drink the water, and the only water drinking zone they were allowed to use was this pool with contaminated with vampire blood. So the dwarves were forced to drink vampire blood and turned into vampires themselves. So players made vampire fortresses that way. So blood is a good example. It's absolutely useless item, and you can only trade it. You cannot acquire it in any other way than by trade. So that would probably answer your question fully. So, and I suppose this guy is linking finally the drainage bridge. Mirmillion says, next update we will be able to raid settlements to steal artifacts, and well, if the artifact is, say, a skull totem, then it has no use besides decoration and wealth. Yeah, but you will be able to build exhibition furniture for artifacts finally. Harvest plants. What plants is he harvesting here? Oh, probably inside something. Next update also adds museums where we can display items. Yes. Attract visitors and make dwarves happy. Okay, says, because I want something to brag about if I get either killed by beasts for... Yeah. I can understand that. So let's take a look finally at our bridge. The summer is almost over, and I hope that we will be able to raise the population cap before autumn starts. Gabro mechanisms. Okay, so somebody is still bringing mechanisms to this thing. Bronze colossuses make bronze statue. Oh no, wait, I feel like I did wrong. Let me check first, see this. I feel like the bridges in the trap, it looked like the bridges in the trap are the wrong way around. If you kill a bronze colossus, you say bronze colossi drop masterwork bronze statues. Is that a fun phrase, or is that for real? I've never killed a bronze colossus. You'd probably need adamantine weapons to harm him. Okay, so it seems to be linked. So let's try that. And it will hopefully raise. Yes, excellent. But that's a good way. It's a good way and a bad way. So that's the only way into our fortress from the outside here. So goblins would want to enter here, go all the way down, and then all the way up to the magma, all the way up to the magma trap. They would go through here, up here. They would go up this ramp. They will go up this ramp to this place. There's a downstairs here as well. It's absolutely superfluous. Up this ramp. So I might actually reconsider it. I'd have to, because this ramp can, they go up this ramp, they completely skip this level, climb the thing here, go here, up, 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 and now would try to enter our fortress through this door and this staircase, or this staircase, they would step on this pressure plate. Oh, these bridges are fine. Step on this pressure plate, by which they would trigger these bridges. Yes, I think it is time to fill the magma trap. Time to fill it at last. So let me check whether this bridge actually works. Fill magma tank bridge. Has a different symbol. I will raise the bridge. You say bronze colossus is drop masterwork bronze statues. It's real, it's like their corpse. Aha. Okay. So the bridge has been raised. And we will now actually open the caverns. Magma is flowing inside. There's the first gabbro block, which will never ever melt. No, it's obsidian. Obsidian will melt, I think. Look at this, it is not pouring down because this bridge is raised, which is exactly... Oh wait, if I dig this I will never ever be able... Remove designation. I need to first dig this tile. Now I can channel this. And channel this. And two more. So we will channel these. Okay, Now we should build some protection here, some walls. I'd say we build wall made of gabbro. I could use the rutile which is stored here right now, but I'll choose gabbro instead. And we need to build it really carefully, because if I'd built a wall somewhere where it cannot be supported, it would fall into magma right after building, plunging there, spraying a lot of magma and magma mist around. The dwarf would probably. So here is some obsidian. I want to wait until the obsidian melts. I'll just check. I think obsidian is not magma safe. Obsidian is magma safe, so I do not have to wait until it melts. We can simply release, fill the magma tank. Fill the magma tank. So this bridge should release. Pull the lever is already queued. Look how long it takes to pull a single lever. Okay. So now this would release. You see? And magma is falling. Slowly. Falling. Onto these bridges, but filling only this part. Yes. Excellent, excellent. And so even if it raised to 7 out of 7, it is not leaking through the gap. Yeah, it will take some time until it's fully filled, but I like this. It could take several days. I think, guys, this is now the time where we save the game. And we'll lift our population cap. We will lift our population cap now. Because I think we are safe when it comes to fortress. We have the entrance bridge linked, the newly built entrance bridge is linked. We have the mills secured. I don't even know which mills it means. Well, we have only one mills, and this is this, but how are they secured? I think there had to be a temple tower access. We no longer need this bridge, so we can delete this node. How about the mills? Yes, time for saving in Stonesense. Yes, that's actually a good idea. If it crashes now, it will be saved. So let's save it. Let's make a backup of it. And time for Stonesense. It is a very exciting moment, Ferko. Yes, it is. So we'll double check the checklist. Seal the tank. And seal the tank is done. Extend the burrows to the newly built buildings. Has not been done yet. Quit. Make a backup. Today is the 26th. Okay. Backup is made. Now I need my Dwarf fortress data init dinit population cap. Okay, I lift population cap to 150 and strict population cap 150. And child cap 10% or 10 children. Well, I'll make 15 children. Okay, so dinit can be closed. Now if I start pylnp, it should read the new limits. Strict population 150, population cap 150. Visitor cap. Where do I set the visitor cap? Wait a moment, that's something I I want also to lift init, dinit, visitor cap. I make, we can have like 25 visitors. And the maximum number of soldiers allowed to invade in serious invasions doesn't, so invasion soldier cap 20. That's sheepish. So let's make it 70, and invasion monster cap make it like 35. All right. Maybe we will get a siege right now, right this summer, in the last week of summer, so continue playing. And Stonesense. Stonesense is launching. Properties. At the moment, let me. Can you make it bigger? Will it not crash? Can you make it full screen? Stonesense. Okay. Properties. How do you that's Stonesense. Okay. So help me with the controls a little. I'm not really familiar. It looks like this is rising. There was actually, I can probably Stonesense controls. Probably something here. Page up, page down, move up and down. There were hotkeys where you could increase and decrease the depth shown. 1 and 2, increase, decrease the depth shown. Okay, let's see. Of course, I would have to press these keys in the right window. Maybe 6 is a safe number. So page up, page down, move up and down. That's not true. This is left, right. I think it's just this thing. And rotate. I think we have the rotation completely. These are our 2 temple towers. Oh, I see. Enter rotate view. That's how I would like to see our fortress. So this is our barracks. Oh, look at the nice vomit. This is our vomit stickman. So the barracks are here. Fortifications. Our master dwarves, our archery targets. We are dark-skinned dwarves. Obok, where's your weapon, Obok? Where is your weapon? Vomit, vomit, vomit. This is our library. So look at this. We have our... Yay. Our Stonesense is so beautiful. I don't know how about you, but I like Stonesense much better than Armog Vision right now. It has such lovely graphics. So this is our choir maker and our crafts dwarfs workshop. Who is Muffle? Is a kid? Look at our black bears. Yay! They look like rats. Like fat rats. It's not a bear head. Well, maybe it is. I don't know. Crafts Dwarfs workshop. So, library. If we go one level up, here we are in the stockpile of food and drinks. Here we are in the lecture library. Look at these nice glass windows, so beautiful. Glass tables, glass chairs. This is our bookcases. Yeah, bookcases have no symbol yet. Oh, we have a light-skinned dwarf. It's an albino. He's clearly the outsider here in our fortress. And the terrible, terrible dormitories. And the stickman. How about, but this is, look at this nice, beautiful microcline thing. We will have new dormitories here soon. What is this? Stockpile of blocks, I guess. Yeah, and this is the staircase. This is our vomit trails. Okay, so let's take a look at the big picture again. So our fortress currently, and this is the office of the bookkeeper. So our barracks without windows. What's he doing here? Domi. And then we have our temple towers. One temple tower starting right here. Oh, look at this. Because of Stonesense, thank you Ratsock, we have realized we are completely open to the public. They can just bypass our magma trap and walk up this stair and walk down this stair and are inside the fortress. Oh, Ratsock, you just saved the fortress. Alright, look at the desert here. No trees at all. No trees at all. Just desert. There's some trees. There's this slope. Wild kangaroos. There's a big tree down here. That's like the last reserve of wood. So in the actual entrance we call entrance is here. This thing. So if we go down, here we see our workshops, our dormitory. Here is our pumps, machinery, millstones and screw presses, farmer's workshop. And this is our wood furnace. Yeah, there should be a depot somewhere. This is our water reactor. Where's the depot? This must be the depot. No, this is not the depot. Where's the depot? Ah, I think the depot is here. This is the depot. What is this? This is just a quarry level. And the depot. Some stored glass tables and chairs. Some stockpiles of something. Or is it our hospital? No, it's not our hospital. Oh yeah, that's our kitchen. That's our lye maker. Leather workshop. Mayor's rooms. Don't know what this is. Stockpile of tubes. Mason. Stonecrafter. Our cemetery. Quarry. This is the main staircase. This is the first cavern layer with the big magma pipe. We should be able to see our werebeast dwarf somewhere. Yet we don't. So this is our forges. Oh, there he is. Zone. He is currently a werebeast, yes. And this is what we are building right now. We are building walls to seal ourselves off of the beasts in the magma. And this is how our magma works are fueled, and this is how our magma trap is being flooded currently. We're flooding the big magma tank. Flooding the big magma tank, and this is our stockpiles of metal bars and marble blocks. So this is the pressure plates, but they look like levers. If I go up again, we can see the bridges which open. These are bridges which raise. These are our glass doors. And this is our path, up and down, up and down. Down the magma, down the drain. This is the raised bridge. Okay. So that is our fortress. So we have, thanks to this Stonesense view, we have discovered that our fortress is completely open and inviting to enemies if they just take this entrance at the top of the temple tower. So we have to fix it ASAP. Actually there's no down staircase, but they could jump down or shoot down or whatever. They are nasty little things. All right. I wonder how much magma is needed to flood this trap. I think it's more than one level, but we will see how much it takes. It's good to have such a wide opening. Looks like this level is almost filled. So the backup level of the magma is filled now. How much did it cost us? Well, that's fine. It's fine. This is a big magma pipe. Hello, Visual Veldy. Why am I dismembered? I'm not dismembered. So once this is built, I can deconstruct this thing. Once this is built, I can deconstruct this thing. So it should be fine. It should be fine. So we have one level full, second level almost full, and third level being filled. One, two, third level. By having this such a wide opening, it really fills quickly. I like it. For magma, you need wide channels if you want a quick flow. Petitions! Our first petition from a scholar. Because we do not allow anybody else than scholars. Oh, library. Oh, library. Is growing petition study. Alath, shimmered golds. Historians. Well, okay. Discuss the flask. Where are the optics engineer, mathematicians, astronomers we had years ago? Hey, look at this. I love this. Filling them out. It's so nice to see. This is like the achievement we've been waiting for I don't know how many years. 12 years now. Dwarf Fortress. So I think this is good. We will save the game and start a new stream because this is the beginning of a new chapter of Abbeydent. So stay tuned, guys. The fun should start shortly. Actually, no. Yeah. Let's wait until summer. It will have an autosave. It will have an autosave summer. Autosave summer thing. Oh, but look at that. The magma pipe has not enough magma to fill the trap to the very top. But we have great magma reserves anyway. You missed how we breached the magma by channeling from above. By channeling from above. Channeling it tile for tile. You can, it's about 15-20 minutes back. You can just rewind the stream to that place. I will only wait for the summer. It's 3 more days and then we have summer, and then I'll take a 10 minutes break for another stream. Beauty, beauty. Ah, I feel so accomplished. It's been a long time coming, long time coming. I've been looking forward to this moment so long. Oh. That much planning, work and toil, endless discussions in the forums, learning about signal relays, mechanisms, minecart logic, all for nothing basically, but I'm glad I did it. In the end we didn't use it. Let's hope it will work the way we intended. Let's hope that goblins, well, if they are faster than the pressure plate opens the bridge, then we will have some fight. So we should have some sort of military outpost here, just in case they enter the map. So that's something we should definitely dig, to have a nice battleground here. Yeah, and that's it. It will not fill much more than this. I don't want another historian. I want astronomers and stuff. Maybe it was a mistake to accept the historian. No, actually we only accepted a scholar. He didn't say he was a historian. So fill magma thing, I'll better close it. I better close it so that we don't trap a magma crab in our tank. But I guess magma crabs would eventually spawn in there. And now we can see how long it takes to fill this up. So it's about 3.5 now. Some are 3. Actually 3.5 will be some are 3, some are 4. Roughly 3.5, level of 3.5. So let's see how many years it will take for this to refill. It will refill eventually, and not in too many years, but maybe in half a year, 1 year, it will refill. So we've got 1 level, 2 level, 3 levels, 3.3 levels. Oh, so summer starts at the end of the 6th month. I thought summer would start with the beginning of the 6th month. Yeah, so it's quite possible we'll get a summer siege. And we saw some dwarves without a weapon. This guy has a crossbow. This guy doesn't have a crossbow. Copper shield. Ah, it does have giant sparrow bone crossbow. Seriously? Are you kidding me? Let's make some proper copper crossbow or steel crossbows. Don't overdo it. Let's do copper crossbows. Weapon, copper. Oh, bronze. Maybe we've got enough bronze. We've got 700 copper bars, but bronze. $200. Yeah, 200 is good. Weapons, bronze, crossbow. Although this I think is a profiled workshop. That's a profiled workshop. This one isn't. And we have traded for plenty of metal, so let's see again here. Weapons. Steel battle axe, warhammer, copper warhammer. Oh, look at this, lots of human-made weapons. Ammunition. Armor. And we have also many animals. There's some instrument parts. Okay. And we've got some cabinets and tables and chairs. We can furnish our new dormitories here. I also placed the... I think I placed the microcline chair somewhere again. I need boxes also for the temples. They need them for instruments. Yeah, that should suffice for now. So let's build doors here. Did he actually make some crossbows? Bronze crossbows? Yes, masterwork bronze crossbows. Weapons, bronze, crossbow. Let's make more. Let's make some more. Withdraws from society. Following green glass table, okay. Hey, this is our first scholar. He's pondering division, so that's good. I think division is a maths problem. I like maths. Leather, shining bars of metal, forest, quarry, stacked cloth, quarry, stacked cloth, leather, leather, bars of metal, forest. Okay, I think he would find everything. What sort of wood is this white? Tower cap, ah. So look, we had 3s and 4s here, and now it has filled up to 5s and 4s. So it's filling much quicker than I thought. It already filled a level one unit of magma in a month. We forgotten beast has come. 3-eyed theropod. Yeah, it's in cavern level 2, however, isn't it? Or is it? No, look at this. He will finally meet his demise. This dwarf. I think he this is does follow. Hopefully he isn't going to discover a leak into our fortress. There are some troglodytes. Oh, burning, 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 burning. Wow, this is a true beast. What does it actually do? How is it fighting? The forgotten beast hurls a ball of fire. Wow. It hurls balls of fire. Now this can be fun. We don't have any water besides that small well in the hospital. It's hurling balls of fire. Wow. Now that's some beast. Chasing the troglodytes. What is it made out of? Is it magma safe? Can it be killed by magma? 3-eyed theropod. It has 2 long hanging tails and it squirms and fidgets. Its pale blue feathers are long and feathers are not magma safe, I think. Beware its fire. I need to see who is a theropod, who or what is a theropod. Theropod. Okay, like a saurus. Dinosaur suborder characterized by hollow bones and 3-toed limbs. They are classed as a group of Sauriskian dinosaurs. So those are dinosaurs walking on their hind legs only, and with rudimentary front legs. Theropod. There is somewhat resembling birds, yeah. So, if not fire safe, it could ignite itself. Okay, so does is certainly fire safe, but is it magma safe? Is the question. Fire safe is not magma safe. Fire safe can withstand low temperatures for fires, but it can still be hurt by magma. Wow, look at these burning caverns. So now, Dwarf, you are the next victim. He is not. Where is he actually? Zon. He's here. Oh yeah, the beast comes. The beast comes. Comes. He is hungry. He is thirsty. No, he's only thirsty. So now I want to see this. Shouldn't we save this? Yes, let's save this. Let's make a short break. Somewhat of a cliffhanger until next session. Stay tuned. We will see the demise of our werebeast. Hopefully. I'll see you shortly. Dinosaurs had feathers, yes, I know they had.